up, family? It is TeraChantelle. Thank you so much for joining me back with another child-free video. Okay.
Your kids don't owe you for nothing, homie. Whatever you pour into your children, there's no return check on that. They don't owe you for that. If they don't get up and if they don't grow up and do nothing for you, they don't owe you nothing. They didn't ask to come here. Your children are a result of your choices. So they don't owe you nothing. You owe it to them to make sure they are better than you.
And this one might hit a nerve. Might just set off the trigger, you know. I apologize in advance. Sorry, not sorry. But we gotta hear this. And we gotta understand this because I was a kid once. And now I am in adulthood. And I can keep it real. Okay, I can keep it real. Because most of the time, a lot of times, people always say that kids feel entitled. Kids are so entitled. But you know who's really entitled? Do you know? Do you know? Take a guess. Take a guess. Take a guess. You guessed it right. It's the parents. The parents. Feel the most entitled. Parents feel the most entitled.
When kids didn't ask to be here.
Parents feel like they have done the kids a favor by calling us into this existence. Quite frankly, it's very chaotic here. It's not really safe. And you know, global warming is at an all-time high. But let's bring them down. Let's bring them. Because you know what? I feel like it's just me. Misery loves company. So if I gotta deal with this, so do you. And a lot of times, kids are just consequences of a horny night. Okay? Kids did not ask to be brought up in a toxic relationship, in a toxic environment, in a low-income household. And then you take this out on the kids by your choices, consequences of your action. Every time we make a conscious decision, it will have a consequence, whether it is positive or negative. And it just so happened, after a horny night, you might have been off the lick. You decided unconsciously that you was going to get physically involved with someone else, unprotectedly, may I add. Not understanding or not having the awareness that sex makes babies. Sex is meant to procreate, but we use it as recreational. Us over here in this matrix, we use it as recreational. So we begin to do that activity, right? And then cha-ching, cha-ching, you just hit the lottery. Now you got a baby. We try to trick the babies. We try to trick the kids into feeling like they owe the parents something. That's why we have so many people pleasers here. That's why we have so many people not knowing what self-love is. That's why we have so many people are trying to heal. Because these kids have been tricked, been bamboozled into pleasing the parents, into feeling like they owe the parents something, when all the parents did was bum and grind. That's all they did. And now, these parents who feel so entitled feel like these kids should listen to them. They get so upset when the kid does not listen to every word that comes out of their mouth. And this is when we take the kids away from their true intuition, their true authentic self. We pull them away from their intuition. We pull them away from their true self. We pull them away from the inner glow that they have, because we feel like, as parents, let me not say we, parents feel like they have authority, they know best, or they know more, or they have it all figured out, when all they did, we know, was get freak nasty. They was just bumping and grinding and humping on each other. And bingo, you hit the jackpot, you hit the lottery, and a baby come out of it. But now, the babies are just following along to their leader who brought them into this existence, when the parents forget that they were just a vessel. They don't own or possess these kids. Kids honestly have such genuine spirits. They are the closest to the spiritual realm. And they're so innocent. But we take away their innocence by dumping this trauma, by dumping the hurt, by dumping the pain. Most parents in today's era have never even taken the time to self-development, self-reflection, to honestly, to take time to analyze their choices, to analyze their thought patterns, to analyze themselves. Most parents are having this huge ego trip. They know best. You follow what I say. I know I may not be the only one. You probably heard this. Because I said so. You said so? Can you formate a sentence? Can you just simply explain? They can't even explain or articulate. Most of these parents, some of these parents, haven't even taken the time to emotionally regulate their own feelings. So now, the kids having all these temper tantrums, of course, they're going to have temper tantrums because they see mommy and daddy doing it. They see mommy and daddy fight. They're seeing mommy and daddy hit each other. Or then on top of that, you may hit the child. So now you're teaching the child when they're angry to hit, but knowing that they cannot hit anyone out in public or they're going to jail. Okay? Guiding the next generation is so crucial. And we have to understand that kids don't owe you anything. Kids have the right to feel entitled when they have this awareness that all you did was bump and grind and now they into this existence. It comes a point in time that we take our ego away and realize that you cannot control another human being, even if they come out of you, even if you, quote unquote, got physically active and now, boom, you hit the lottery and now they're here because of you. Because of you. Parenting is a life sentence many are not aware of. And it can be heaven or hell. They will put you through because kids are here to teach us lessons about ourselves, about patience, about love, about kindness, about understanding. But you don't need a kid of your own to teach you this. You can truly just look around and be present in the moment. But if you're not even present with your kids, if you're not even being a safe place for your kids is going to operate in this world without any life skills. Hurt people will just continue to hurt people. That's why everybody is traumatized now because of their childhood. Being a people pleaser, pleasing everybody but themselves, never even learning about self-love. So we have to teach the kids the fundamental base principle about self-love so they don't end up being on this ego trip thinking that they are entitled or they should be listened to just because they are a parent. Most of these parents are not even qualified. We have to be qualified to go to school, to get a job, to get our license. But the only job that we don't have to be qualified for is parenting. That is very alarming. That's honestly shocking. And I'm honestly scared. And no wonder why we are in this toxic system right now. Because everybody doesn't have the guidance, the knowledge, the education to truly guide a spirit. All they did was bump and grind. That's it. The kids don't owe you a damn thing. The kids don't owe you nothing. You may not even get a thank you for doing the hardest job on earth, which is parenting. You have to swallow your pride and get out your ego and realize that you made this decision to make your life harder or smoother. You made this decision for your life to have children, to guide them and to love them. Not to have kids because you wanted unconditional love, or you didn't want to be lonely, or you wanted to save a relationship. You had kids to teach you these spiritual lessons, which we all need to learn, but we all don't have to have kids to learn them. I love you.